And welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose. Good morning from Australia. Hope you're well. Hope your weekend is, your weekday, sorry, is going fantastic. As you can see, we jumped on to some Battle Nights this morning, and I figured we could just do a little bit of an update. Talk a little bit about the events, and then maybe jump in and do some pulls. Now, in terms of the Death Cemetery, it is now day 7 that is coming up. I hear that if the rumors are true, we should have access to fight the stage 4 boss in a couple of hours, which is not it's not too bad. I'm curious to see how we can go. For those that have been sleeping and don't know what we're doing, basically we need to bash up all these dudes. As you can see, for the people that maybe again didn't really know too much about this concept, make sure you're increasing your unit's capabilities when you go into the fights. It's going to increase your damage by around 40, sometimes even 50%, depending on your team composition and where you're at in the game. But basically, if you're sleeping on stuff like this, you're going to do yourself a little bit of a mischief. As you can see, there's lots to select from. I kind of just go for crit and attack, but depending on the enemy units you're fighting, you can do the end of round reducing of all dots and healing yourself, or you can add some additional birds, bleeds, dots to the enemy unit. I think that'll go very well with Legolas. But yeah, basically, you want to be spending your torches, you want to be buffing your team. It will make a difference in terms of just how fast your server can progress. As you can see, we are, we're at a good pace. I wouldn't say we're fantastic. I'd say we're just sort of, plodding along, making sure things happen as they are. I don't know in terms of strategies if we should have just killed 15, 13, 12, and 11, but I figure a lot of people just were like, nah, fuck it, we'll just go from left to right and bash these guys up along the way. As you can see, some of them got some juicy health bars. It's going to take us potentially another 7 days to clear all of that anyway. But if we do have an option to fight the main boss, the stage 4 dude, then I think a lot of people probably going to be switching between those modes. As you can see, the handbook is slowly filling up, which is fine. I mean, we are getting some cool things. I don't know if I will spend the $23 to get some additional torches here and resources. It may be a thing. We'll just have to suss out in terms of, what I can get additionally speaking. I think out of these supply boxes, you basically get premium rewards. In terms of this, I do have 137 gold statues on my free to play account, which is not too bad going into day 7. We're on track. We're on track to get over 250, potentially with a little bit of RNG. I think I average out about 14 torches a day, from what I can tell. It's around 14 a day, pretty standard on both accounts. For this one, of course, we did buy one of the packages though, which boosts us up a little bit. This guy, I think this account's got a bit better RNG though. Not gonna lie. But my free to play account, I'm not. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. We're at 137. We should be able to push that 250 mark if we are looking to buy some juicy things. In terms of the rare statues, we're at 15k on the free to play account. On this account, you can see that I bought out the perfect tires already. I snagged 50 of the poker chips because why not? I probably will buy a couple more of the royal ones just because I like to gamble. But in terms of like value, I mean, there's some value here if you want to buy some of the strips, if you need to do that to finish out the events. Of course, you can buy the cinema tickets, and you have like an unlimited amount here. So if you really just you're like fuck everything, I don't want to buy any of this bullshit. I don't need any of that, which is probably a bad idea. You could of course just go in here and buy as many poker chips as you want to finish out the event that's come around, or vice versa. The Dawn cinema tickets. Probably wouldn't recommend doing that though. In terms of the epic Moe statue, Woodsy brought up a fantastic point. So, if you don't know who Woodsy is, he plays other games like Idle Heroes. He's a bit of a beast on those games as well. But basically, he came across with a few of his mates, I think, to play this. And we've been chatting a little bit in terms of strategies and values, and as a free to play player, he did point out that the Vault coins have a little bit more generic value than if you were a pay to win. And the reason being was you can buy around 120 of these for 120 of your gold statues. So, granted, if you don't manage to hit that 250 mark, which some players may not meet 250, RNG based, of course, and you can't obviously get any of the decent things that you would potentially want to build, like a Dreyfus coffee, even Kratos is up there in terms of that. Samuel, of course, would be my first pick in the support genre. But basically, if you're limited and you're like, man, I can't even get any of that, well, the fact that you can buy 120 Vault coins is not a terrible feature, as you can probably already tell if you've been plodding along and you've been progressing, which I haven't because I can't be bothered with this, but if you are like, if you're going to go balls deep, you're going to do your perfect high summons, you're doing your 30 spins to get your hero copies, you're doing all your events throughout the month, basically the 21-day standard, you're going to get some of these Vault coins for free. And those 120 additional ones may just be enough for that month that you decide to chase that elite hero. So this could be the window for you to potentially get a free pity copy of that hero. Now, when I use the word free loosely because you still need to grind your ass out for a couple of months to get the Vault coins. The whole concept is just insulting in terms of you. They really need to boost overall just how many of Vault coins you can acquire, and they need to make the rewards better as well. For pay to win features alone, I mean, there's not even, I don't even think there's a perfect tire in there to be seen. There isn't even a single perfect tire for spending for the premium, which is $31. Anyway, it is what it is. We won't get into that one anyway. Deep breaths. Value is not a part of this game. Now, in terms of pushing in the concepts of arcade, make sure you're doing your arcades. You can sit this one out if you don't want Charlotte. If you do want Charlotte, I probably would recommend sussing out whether or not you are in a position to start pushing a little higher to get to the 600 to get your perfect tires. I stop at 600. I don't see there's probably, I would say, very finite value in going to 800. You don't necessarily need a lot of these stuff early game anyway. Basically, it's just for your Haldums anyway. But if you are looking at it from a term of, oh, well, I can get my legendary avatar. Look, let's be honest, at legendary avatar crate boxes, you get 100 diamonds, you get a chance of an avatar or a frame. It's just pure vanity at this point. There is no true intrinsic value of pushing that high except for the initial rewards. I would say for most of these events, I would stop at 600, get my gems, get my perfect tires, get one of these Howden boxes, and call it a day. Arcade value packages, of course, if you are looking to spend, you can get a total by buying your freebies. So your free dailies, which is 4, your premiums, which is 6. So that's 10 a day. That's 70 arcade tokens. And of course, you get 7 of the royal variety. For the point system, which is pretty generic, 1 point is for your normal arcades, 3 is for your royals. You need points, of course, as you can probably tell, to acquire the goodies. Uh, yeah, I mean, Charlotte, we all know I'm going for Charlotte because we're building the Booty Queen on this account, so we're going to have to do that anyway. But in terms of the overall raw value, skip this, it's not valuable. I'm just going to leave it there. But basically, Dawn Cinema, same boat. We've been pushing a little bit by using the film strips. As you can see, we're slowly accumulating some points. I will, of course, end it out once I get to the perfect tire. Pretty much same strategy. 3,000 points here or 600 points there in the arcade. That's pretty much what I'm going to do. How much is it going to cost me? Good question. But because there's 6 days left, I'd say we're probably not in a bad position. We've got 15 of the film strips already back, so we just have to see if RNG likes us enough in terms of rolling for some purples. Realistically, you just roll for purples. I mean, there really isn't too much of a strategy to do that. Um, Try to roll for purples. If you want to settle on blues, that's fine. Just be aware you probably are hurting yourself though. You're probably going to hurt yourself in the end, you really do need to start to be really competitive, and this is just common sense, but you do need to roll for the purples to get enough for 3k points. Basically, you don't really have a choice, and that's why you save up your currency every couple of months if you're free to play, or every few months, or a month, maybe a month and a half if you're a pay to win or a pay to play. Basically, you can get away with doing 6,000 every second month. If you're free to play, it's probably going to be, I'd say, probably going to take you around 3 months of saving up your film strips and your Dawn tickets to be able to complete these events, the arcade and the Dawn commission. So patience is going to be your friend. It is what it is, right? I wait for things that you want to build. Like, don't do it every week. So if there was a pole up there and you're not building pole, skip pole. If there's Kratos up there, you're not building Kratos, skip Kratos. If there's Samuel up there, just do it anyway because it's Samuel. But all jokes aside, Dreyfus, Samuel, yeah, absolutely. They're sort of the bigger ones that you're going to save for. But will be interesting to see if there's anything included. Same value analysis here. Not a terrible idea to buy these because, you bullets, Dawn tickets, you're going to need a lot. It is what it is. You get some film strips. If you're in that situation, there is value to be had there. This is where things get a little bit more spicier in terms of what I would consider to be valuable. Very similar to the bounty event in its entirety. You're going to get Dawn badges. Now, Dawn badges, this is about 15% of a full complete copy in the Dawn shop. So if you're doing the event and you're buying the badge packs, it's not terrible. It's not a terrible way to get that RAF copy, that NEM copy. I don't think Sewn. I mean, I haven't seen a Sewn or anything else in there just yet. I'm sure they're going to include it in the Dawn shop. But when that does come up, well, obviously, if you've been saving, you can do some purchases there as well. This is still around if you want to build Becky or Charlotte, so that's available. But in terms of today, I figure we were going to cover just what we wanted to do there. I mean, 464, that should get us close to the 500 to 550 mark. Now, before I jump into it, before I figure it all out, let's clear some of this crap out of the way. What do I need in terms of food? So I've got the goat girl. We're good for goat girl. Go back. Sorry. Arcade. No, it's not arcade. Ray market. I always find myself doing that. Um, what do I want? So you don't have a generic, which is nice. You don't have a generic. You've got a generic, but we have plenty of you. So anyone's curious what I'm doing, I'm pretty much just figuring out what I can get away with in terms of spinning and spending gold for, or gems, I should say. So you don't have a generic either. Neither do you because you don't have a blue form. Dreyfus, I think we're good. We're good to go. So we can just essentially spin for whoever the hell we like. Maybe pole though. How many heshes? No, I've got too many heshes. Too many heshes. All right, so that means we can just spend some of these to see if we can get something decent on the wheel, and spin for that. When I say decent, I mean look, yeah, pole's okay. We'll go for pole. You can't get really any better than pole, I don't think. It'd be nice to get him out of 450, 460 pulls, or tokens, I should say. So we'll see. We'll see just how long it takes us to get it. If it's possible to get it, is obviously one of those another scenarios we have to. If we do a whole 400, 500, and we don't get it, I'm gonna be pissed. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. We still haven't even got the blue copy yet. That's intimidating. I think it's about I want to say less than 1% chance to get the copy of Pole. Um, I mean, there's no publish button up here, so there's no information tab to find out. It would be fantastic to figure out if there was like an actual like percentage. Oh, we got it. Look at that. 360, so we're like 152, yeah, like a little over 150 in, and we got pole. Very nice. So, of course, we need to spend some gemages to hunt down some copies that we want to build. Charlotte would be a great one. Do I want Phobe? Yeah, we'll do a Phobe. Phobe's fine. I'd laugh my head off if we managed to get it within the next 10. Actually, we need that weird looking chick for Kratos if we decide to build a legendary Kratos. Now that I think about it. There we go. We got her. So yeah, that's cool. So like I said, I think it's less than 1%. I'd like to one day figure out the statistics on it. I don't know if anyone's ever crunched the numbers or anything like that. What in the world is going on, games? All right, you just want to keep giving me the good stuff. I'll keep taking it. Charlotte on the wheel. Can we make this like a perfect fucking run? Uh, well, we've got 288 to do it. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but you never know, right? But in terms of being able to acquire some resources here, it's not a terrible idea to save up to do this, mainly because of the bullets that you can get. You can actually get quite a lot of bullets too, which is going to help us out for the next bounty event. I think I used a few hundred of them. Obviously, I wasn't chasing the 200 bounty target, but it's fine. It's fine. The more that we have of the resources, the higher we are of being able to do a full completion next time, which is probably where, I'd like to aim towards, if that makes sense. Um, what are we going to do? You reckon we're going to get Charlotte? I mean, before I would have said no, but now, like, we're two for two. We're two for two, fam. This is going to be awesome if we manage to pull the Bootylicious Queen off there. Um, phew. I mean, we managed to get the purple drop just then. Yeah. Phew. Can we do it? 168, 160 to go. Let's go. I'd like to say we can. I mean, deep down, I'm probably of the opinion that if we keep reducing the premium rewards off the wheel, I mean, there's a high probability chance of getting her. I don't know how that would work though. Um, I mean, we've been pumping through a bit now. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm not disappointed though. We did get a poll copy, and of course we got a Phoebe copy. Uh, I call it Phobe because that's how it's spelt, but people pronounce it Phoebe. Booty Queen. Why have you forsaken me? Come on, Booty Queen. You wanna come into my bag. I know you do. That actually would work out perfect for me if you did come into the bag, so then I don't have to stress about getting the last copy of you. Uh, because we need to build a legendary one of her to A3. Ooh, 16 to go. Can we get it? Can we get it? We did not. We did not get it, but that's okay. We still managed to grab some pretty cool things. 592 points. We were so close to 600 points, which is fantastic. I actually think this will be the perfect run of points in a sense. I guess if that's a word. Because we of course got the extra 10. Last but not least, come on, Booty Queen, come to Papa. You want to do it. Why do you resist me, Charlotte? Come to me. Come on. It's not gonna happen, is it? Imagine we get it on a single pull. It ain't happening. Alright, Royals, do I even want Vida is the question. I don't. I don't want Phobe either. I do want Charlotte though. We're just gonna do the single pulls here. It is a waste. We are definitely wasting it. But if we do manage to pull her off here, everything is okay. If we get some perfect tires, I will be happy with that as well. One more, one more. You can tell when it's slowing down. You're like, you know it's going to be close. Yeah, 10 tickets. How disappointed would you be if you spent $160 for that? Oh, you would be fucking annoyed. But there we go. We did get everything we were setting out to do. We'll open up this. What do we get? We got a accuracy one. All right, cool. Extra rage points at the start of each round, so that's not too bad for those that like a little bit of rage action in the morning. We did, of course, get that poll copy and the phobe copy. Cannot complain in terms of that. What did we get out of here? I think you can actually get Samuel copies, so let's pull this out and see if we can luck a Samuel. Um, or maybe even something that's a little bit rarer. No, no, we didn't like that. That's fine. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. We'll probably keep you updated towards the end of the week when we spend the rest of the statues on the free to play account, do all the spins for the Death Cemetery. Hopefully, the update goes live and we can have access to fighting the stage 4 boss. But yes, if you haven't already considered, like, subscribe, hit that share notification button, and I'll catch you all in the next one.